Welcome everybody to the Breakaway episode 28. We are joined by Juanita Rose McKenzie, a cycling weapon with international exposure and part of the merry band of crazy-ass legendary female bike explorers made up by, and I hope I don't leave anyone out, Tegan Phillips, one of them, one of the founding members, I'm sure.
Yep.
Kylie Hanekom is in there. Megan is in there. This is me taking all the names on a post Tegan tagged you all in for like 1.5 million views.
Yes.
Tracy, legend, lifesaver, quite literally.
Doctor.
Kelly.
Kelly.
This is Kelly. Remy.
Remy, Bianca.
Craziest adventurer, maybe, of all of you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me, Dave. You're looking lean and mean.
There is a race that we'll both be at. I intend to bring my A game. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So we are in a month intended to celebrate women. Appreciate them. Look at the incredible feats they're able to achieve. Tour de France Femmes being one of the ones I want to really zoom in on this week. I know you've been watching. We spoke about it in one of our legendary Zone 2 rides over the weekend. So we'll get to that. But I want to start with some feedback from a previous episode I'd mentioned to you. So we've been talking about races, the impact they have on communities, rural communities, less fortunate communities. But it's obviously a lot bigger than that. Community is everyone. We're all part of a community, one way, shape, or form, regardless of your balance sheet. And the impact is very subjective based on who you ask. So we had an anonymous email. It wasn't anonymous. I know the person's name and we've had some really good dialogue, but I'm sworn to secrecy so that her son doesn't give her the, no, mom, you didn't. So you know exactly who you are. Thank you for sending your mail through. And I'm going to paraphrase, but read the majority of what her email is, which was following her attendance at Amashova, which has had a rough run over the last couple of years. They've had bad weather. It's an iconic race that I think I'd love to see back to its former glory.
I've never had the privilege of riding it. So.
If you get it right, I did a Joburg you'd ride every day with Alex Pavlov from Northcliffe Cycles, one of the iconic Joburg stores, Alex himself, animal on a bicycle. And he does this ride from his store to Durban, and then on the final day you race Amashova. One of the most amazing experiences, 200-300 Ks a day. Just phenomenal experience. And it almost doesn't matter how bad your race is based on how your legs feel. It's just such a flippin' amazing experience. For anyone who hasn't been to KwaZulu-Natal, go. It's an amazing place. Possibly one of the most beautiful places in our country. Warm water, climate is tropical. It's just an amazing place. And to ride bike there, when they get it right, it's phenomenal. But Amashova's had a bit of a rough run, a bit of bad luck. Anyway, so the feedback was, that for what the cost was for a son to do the race versus what was received, left little to be desired. And it's kind of like some events do very well, others, in this instance, them, and we don't know what the context is. We don't know what their challenges are. I'd like to believe they're trying to do the best they can. But when someone leaves you with that experience, they're not inclined to come back. And there's a problem on either side of that fence. So the feedback goes, that was the case, but there's this other amazing thing happening that I had no idea about. And this is why I love what we do, because you get to see these things, and I hope other people get to be inspired by what's being done. But there's an incentive, or an initiative better, called Cycle Sunday, arranged by a gentleman called Sean. I'm going to butcher your surname. I apologize, Sean. Peschel, Peschl. Reichardt, if you'll just put that up for me. And he's done amazing things in cycling over the year, ex-year, trained people, one of the figures involved in getting Hathaway to the Olympics. So super froth, all in, committed to cycling type of person. And he's created this event where they close the M4 from Durban to Mshlanga for 4 hours on a Sunday, and it's just open for people to ride. she's explaining this in the email, and it goes on. It's anyone can use it. It's a 35K loop. There's no individual start time. There's no individual finish time. There's no timing. You can enter and exit at any police manned on and off ramp on the route, so you could ride there. You can do the full loop of 35, or you can make it shorter by taking it on an off ramp. There are sponsored water points along the way. Every local bike shop has a stall, and other companies use it for advertising. Free cool drinks, sweets, and lucky draw prizes. Coffee shop selling items as well. It's open to anyone, and the last race had over 2,000 riders. But you never see a crowd or have an issue, as people are starting at different times and at different on-ramps. Everyone comes, all the top local riders, and while they're not being ridden in race mode, they're still putting on a good pace, and it works. There are no issues. It seems like when it's not a race, everyone from beginner rider to elite is more polite. After the elites have done their ride, they often take their kids for a ride as well. What a perfect place to teach kids how to ride. Have a look at the Facebook page. We'll include that link. And the entry for these amazing 4 hours, and there's about 15 dots, ... build suspense, drum roll, 50 Rand.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm like, and then she puts in brackets, not a typo, only 50 Rand. Now, this is something that Durban could be proud of. They have 4 events so far. The next one is in October. Sadly, I can't go because we'll be ripping it up at Gravel Burn, absolutely destroying Simon and Charles Kemp. You will be beaten. In KZN, a lot of the races are done at venues where you can ride the same venue for a fraction of the entry fee, car crew for 900, and so it goes on. I don't in any way, shape, or form there's nothing wrong with people charging event entry fees from 50,000 Rand to 1,000 Rand. There's a place for everyone. I think it's, what are you delivering for that?
Sure.
And knowing what people are experiencing and how important it is, there's something to be said there. I haven't managed to talk to Sean, but he sent me a 30-minute voice note this morning. I asked him, please just give me as much detail as you can. Neither of us have been able to find the time. And I've listened to that. And he basically, my question to him is, how the hell did you do this? Can you imagine us trying to go and get any road in Cape Town shut for 4 hours so cyclists can just ride? You think to yourself it's impossible. So that was my fundamental question to him. He opens his voice note with the why, which is we need more people coming into the ecosystem. We know this. Bike shops know this. Everyone knows this. We need more people to get into the ecosystem. It's very closed off. It's difficult. And this is one of his ways, instead of sitting on the sidelines complaining, this is how I'm going to get stuck in. And this is an initiative I'm going to put on. Yeah. And he said, he walks through it. He went to council. Every single city has these meetings. They run every week. They field questions, answers. They hear you out. What do you want to do? How do you want to do it? And he describes where the momentum shifted in the meeting. It was a 3-hour meeting. He's sitting there with his time, not with his wife, not with his kids, not doing his zone 2 ride, sitting bantering about all the wonderful things in the world. He's there.
Yeah.
Do not forget that. And the entry points, reducing flux on the road, the time, it's 5 to 9 o'clock, reduces the interruptions. So compromise on both sides. Everyone gets to be the hero. No one loses. They got to account for, he says there, like the guy trying to get to church, you've got to be mindful. You're inconveniencing him when you close that road.
Yeah.
Lots of people use it to go and fish. You've got to be mindful. Like, we're trying to make people not loathe cyclists. You have to be mindful of these things and engineer ways around it. It's just beautifully worded how he's gone about this whole thing. And yeah, we are 4 events down, 2,000 people.
It's very cool, and it's easy to see why the concept works. I mean, everybody wins at the end of the day.
What's the downside?
There isn't one.
Would you go to that?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's nice because it's not intimidating. It's not a race, and everybody can be included. Yeah.
It's just such good news.
It's heartwarming.
Yeah. Sean, an anonymous person who emailed, thank you very much. We are slowly but surely building a very toxically masculine banter between ourselves and the Durban Speed Company, which I've now realized is just a bunch of buddies that don't know how to tag you when they're bantering on their story, so you can repost it and show people their banter. I had such a good laugh yesterday. Thank you for eventually watching through to the end of our video to see the banter. It was deeply hidden.
Okay.
And they have, much like going up to Joburg to get my ass handed to me by every single Vardy that was there at the E2E ride, I want to get there for that. And the go to see ends in Belito. So we're going to try and see Sean when we're down there. and go and see if the buddies can ride.
What is the
as
E2E
part-
ride? I'm in Joburg next month, actually.
You got to go.
Is
it's
it?
so, we've got like the Savage Tuesday, Tap Out Tuesday. That's like the go and measure yourself against the pedigree of Cape Town, the pinnacle of cycling in our country. A lot of people won't know
Yes.
I'm not being entirely serious there, but anyway. So E2E is engine to engine. So it's in the northern suburbs on Witkoppen Road. You meet there.
Okay.
And it's all out. I mentioned we're doing exactly what I'm doing now, stoking the fire. And Alex was like, Brangala, you must come. So we did, flew up, went, literally to go and do that.
Just during the week? Is it, what day is it?
Tuesday.
Tuesday, okay.
They have a chill day and a fast day. Bullshit. It's full taps the whole time. Gibbons rocked up for that one. Lisa Bone was there. It was. This is who's there.
Okay.
This is there.
Yeah.
This is who you've got to ride against.
Yeah.
It was bonkers. Every single person dropped me. Gravel bikes, much thicker tires. I had like no excuse. I got annihilated.
So it's a gravel ride?
Road.
It's a road.
It's on road. It's a road
okay,
loop.
okay.
Defined segment, and the test of true pace is if you can do it in under an hour. Okay. I didn't close. I got dropped, and the beautiful thing is no one waits. If you get dropped, cool. Do the walk of shame into the coffee shop. click. Oh, there's that podcast guy. Yeah, you got dropped. Yeah, I got my ass handed to me. But then in true Joburg fashion afterwards, the banter is just like so like everyone's there, coffee. We're all the same.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what group you go to. No one is actually a doers. Everyone's actually all after the same thing. And quite lekker.
No, it's very lekker.
So when you go, I will share some details with you, the same people that I got in contact with.
Okay.
You know Joburgers. They're the most welcoming, helpful people. They'll
No,
come
they're-
and fetch
they're
you
the
from
best,
your
they're the
hotel
best.
and take you there and welcome you in. And
Yeah.
although I'm sure you have in your merry band of crazy people some.
Yeah, I know Lisa. I'll get in touch with her.
Yeah, that's if she's not somewhere around the world winning
And
races
she's
somewhere
going-
else.
Yeah, she is going to Namibia, I think, that weekend. So
She's killing it at the moment,
she's an absolute weapon. I'm in awe of her.
That form is firing. And one of the things I really like, every time you see Gerda Steyn running, she's got that smile. Almost any time I'm seeing a picture of Lisa, she's got a smile on her face. Like she looks like a happy athlete, which isn't, it's normally this like pensive, serious, like, hardcore elite looking. No, she's always smiling. There's a good vibe there. Very, very happy for her.
Lisa's a beautiful human, inside and out, and on the bike.
Cycle Nation, also, kudos to them, taking a punt and doing everything they can, along with everyone else that's involved. Like, it's so good to see.
Yeah.
This episode has been brought to you by 226s. If you aren't familiar with them, they are a premium nutrition brand headquartered in Europe and brought in and distributed in South Africa by Carl Mitchell, who runs the very well-known Honeycomb 226s Pro Cycling team. They've been a long-time channel partner of ours. We've been racing with the nutrition for many, many years. We sell it here from the store. And they have an ever-increasing range that is at the cutting edge of cycling and running performance. But it's not uncommon to see them in the PGA and many other forms of sport. You can go through to their store to see a list of their products. They're available in Dis-Chem, many bootleggers around the country as well. So massive thank you to 226s. If you have any questions on their nutrition, please jump in the comments and let us know. And just a massive thank you to Kyle and the team at 226s for supporting this episode. That news aside, there is possibly the biggest, this is going to sound melodramatic, but I really mean this, like the biggest breakthrough in cycle technology. The most exciting thing to happen in cycling ever has happened, which is you don't ever need to lube your chain ever again.
Oh, God. Tell me.
I went to Stephen Orkamp, who's GM for Cycle Lab in One City. It's going to do the TT bike rig thing. I took my bike with while I was there just to get a wash and lube, see the workshop, that kind of thing. And he's like, can we wax your chain? Whatever you guys want to do, like, give me the red carpet treatment. Like, I want to experience the store. And it doesn't like dive too deep into it. But anyway, leave from there, and he's like, have you ever waxed your chain before? I'm like, bro, just to set the stage, I'm not the bike tinkerer. I don't dig toiling and micro adjustments and the grease. These hands were made for gliding over keyboards. This is my hands hard at work. Yeah, they're not. I'm not the burly man.
Fair enough.
It is like, know your strengths, and more importantly, know your weaknesses. Tool in my hand, disaster.
Not a good thing.
Yeah, I hope you never have to see that happen. Just know if we're ever on one of our zone 2 rides and there's a puncture, and I look puzzled, and
I should just take over.
Take the lead. Okay. You'll be hydrated. You'll be well looked after. You'll have emotional support, but I will butcher the repair.
Okay.
So anyway, he breaks it down and explains for anyone who knows the chain waxing thing, it's more efficient. There's claims of 2 to 3 watt saving and drivetrain efficiency. Don't care. He ran his hand along the chain like this and goes like that. And it's maybe even cleaner than his hand was before. No grease.
No ways. Get out.
The thing I hate most about cycling, other than dumb motorists, is that grease on my hands. I always have it on my calf.
Your rookie tattoo.
I can't get rid of it. I'm like, and I clean it. I do the thing. After every ride, my bike, before it goes up on the wall or gets put away, before my shoes come off, gets cleaned, washed, do the chain. Like, I'm pedantic with it. And there's a fucking grease stain, no matter what, all the time. He runs his hand across this thing, and I'm just like, no ways. 350 Rand.
How long does it last?
5. So there are some T's and C's here. So this is the gateway drug.
Yes.
Stephen gets me hooked. Come back. Freewheel's down the road. That's the designated go-to store. There's Gear Change as well. E-City Cycles. These are brands that we know. Phone them up. But Yoke's doing this wax thing. Like, whatever it costs, I'm like, I need this. And Nick White, we've done an origin story on him before. Legend, raced across the world. He's from the heydays of South African cycling. He sort of mans the station there as you walk into the shop. Very ominous, cool cat. It's like, come and see me, Dave. It's like very dealer-esque vibes going.
I like it.
Go there with 2 bikes. And very long story short, he filmed everything for me and actually narrated it. We'll cut this in. I've sent it to Reichardt. And he broke down the whole process. So you've got to remove the chain, you've got to clean the chain. Goes into this pot, and the wax goes in. So he explains like the whole process. There's different additives that go into the wax. So there's the more performance-focused one, less duration. Then there's the longer-lasting one, slightly less performance. We're talking 1, 2, 3 watts drivetrain efficiency vibes. Yeah, so that is either the world to you or don't really care. I don't want to get it wrong, but it's like, it's not more than 400 Rand, and it's not lower than 300 Rand. Is like the window you're paying for. You get a wash with it, and it'll last on average 500 to 800 Ks. If it rains, doesn't matter, whatever. So, and you can literally, you'll see in the video, you can run your hand across that thing. You do not, I never need to buy chain lube ever again.
Are we preparing to take off a chain? Because we are going to get the chain waxed. So we set the quick link, undo that guy, and remove the chain. Okay, now we got one chain that's resting, but we're going to get this chain into our ultrasonic cleaner. It's going to do its job there for the next few minutes. About 20 minutes, eh?
Yeah.
Once we got this guy out, then we're going to go and rinse it off in some fresh water. Okay, so what we have got going here is our regular chain cleaner. Obviously heat it up and some vibration going on there just to get all of that gunk out of the chain. Now we're wrapping it onto our little ceramic speed holder, which will get it into the pots and nicely contained and together. It's done its time in the wax, and we are taking that out so we can let it sit and just dry off a bit. Ultrasonic parts cleaner, we've done some time in there. Going to remove the chain before we let it cool for a moment, and then we will get that thing rinsed off in some fresh water. Let it sit for a little while. Once it's cooled down, we shall get that rinsed off. There we go, it comes out the wax. Nice and hot. Let dry off. Chain back on.
This makes tubeless look irrelevant. Wireless shifting, who cares? Never lube your chain again. Go to your bike shop and get it waxed.
Yeah, I'd be down for that.
I would drive from Wellington to Freewheel to get my chain waxed. And so I say that there are, I've checked with Jared, they're doing the wax thing as well. So it's not everyone has it. So phone your bike shop and check.
Okay.
Bike shop, if you do not have the wax thing, get the wax thing, because this is the new biggest thing to hit the world.
Is it quite a difficult procedure to do?
There are home kits.
Okay.
And short answer is no. If you don't want to go to your bike shop and you want to break your chain, immediately I'm out. And it's kind of like,
Well, a normal wash and lube would be between $250 and $300. So to pay an extra $100 to have your chain waxed, and I mean, it's a no-brainer. Yeah.
and then when you ride it, now this might be placebo, I don't know, but I swear it feels better.
Faster.
I'm telling you, it feels better. Look, the World Tour teams are doing it. It's a standard process. There's a very well-documented GCN video where they go through, I can't remember the name of the team now. I'll find it and we'll put the link in here as well. And it's a standard protocol. Like, that is what they do. They don't do anything for shits and giggles.
Sure.
Like, it's an expense for them. It's admin for them. They'll do it for a good reason. Longer lifespan out of your chain. One of the things that you're more likely to wear through your chain and your cassette. So there's a commercial rationale to doing this, although you'll probably offset, the extra you'll spend on that kind of thing. You're not buying chain lube ever again, potentially, because it's a no freaking brainer. So you can do it at home alone. You can buy these things. The premium ones are like $4,000 or $5,000. Little pot at home. Take your chain off and it's got a little thing.
It's not
you
cheap
put it in.
the
No.
initial cost. Yeah.
And like, who doesn't? Do you like going to get your nails done or your hair done? Are you like not into that?
I'm not a nail girl. I'm a wash and go girl. I don't even own a hairdryer.
Is there? So like, I enjoy, like, one of my little treats in the month is going to the barber. I enjoy the barber. Like, you talk shit, deal with life's problems. It's like therapy.
Yeah.
You leave there with your ears burning and everything from the wax they pulled out, and it's just you sit there, like, it's a cool thing. And like, that experience for me is very similar to a bike shop. I will often find myself with gear change the car, going there for no particular reason, just like it's a place that you go and you have common interests. Luke's there next son. Chris was there before that. They've always got people that are like from within the industry there. Jared at East City Cycles just is like, can burn through an hour like this. Don't get me started on Freewheel. Like, the depth of conversation you can get into there depends. If Dan walks down from a bike fit, or like, it's ridiculous. You can go down a rabbit hole with Tristan. You can. It's just a cool place to be. So for me, to be there, to put a bit of money in the till and to get all the benefits, I'm just like, no brainer.
Good banter, good service.
Now, this might sound like a very strong sales punt to go and wax your chain, and if it is, then yes, it is. Go to your flippin' bike shop and put 300 Rand in their till to wax your chain. You will not regret it. Stephen, thank you for the gateway drug, and to Freewheel for bringing this local.
Yeah.
You got me for life. I will never, ever buy chain lube ever again. I'm sorry, Squirt.
And I will see you soon.
It's probably time to get to Tour de France. It is. We're talking about how you deal with post-Tour de France depression. Watch
the Femmes.
Watch Tour de France Femmes. Like, we hear you. We know what the depression is like. Like, if you look at the bridge from now, we've got this, and then it's only a few weeks and we've got La Volta, amongst all the other things going on. And the racing, I mean, let me ask you, how would you describe the racing of the Tour de France Femmes so far?
Crazy exciting. It's not expected. I mean, look at what happened yesterday. I mean, who would have ever called that? Nobody. It's really dynamic. It's extremely exciting, and it's a beautiful thing to watch.
And I agree.
And I'm not just saying that because I'm a female. I'm saying it because it is really incredible bike racing.
One of the nuances I've like debated in my head, do we even talk about this or not? It's seldom you can talk about Tour de France Femme as an example, prime example, because this is the biggest stage. Make like no mistake. Other than Garden Reach Giro, which is like the true champagne events of the year.
Sure.
We formally met there along with Charles and Johan from Doorlof. I've made so many good connections from that place.
Yeah.
It'll be
It
dear
was a
in my heart
special
forever.
event, yeah.
But we've got a pre-power reunion coming together at Burns. So there'll be something to be said for that. But Tour de France Femme, it's frustrating for me. Like, I just want to talk about the racing. And there's always this, like, you talk about the racing and then it's this like sub-thread of women and racing. And I see a lot of content on Instagram where it's not just like feedback on the race, check this move. It's, oh, so you thought that girls racing bikes was boring? Well, check this. And it's almost like we don't need that. I don't think that, like, that triggers division. Like, I wasn't necessarily thinking that. But then when you see that kind of stuff, then it's like, wait, do I need to be defensive about being male? That's weird. Like, I don't know why. Like, you don't see the same thing for male cycling. It's not like, oh, so you thought male cycling was, okay, people do think it's boring. They actually have no idea how exciting road cycling is. But that, and I'm like, is it even worth talking about it and validating how flipping exciting female racing is in general? And I'm like, no, I don't feel the need to talk about it. I've had lots of email feedback. Women need, their voice to be heard. I'm like, well, then we just need to have women with voice. I don't know. Do you have a view on that?
I think the racing speaks for itself. And I think maybe historically, because of the way that things have been, that sometimes people feel that perhaps they need to be on the defense. But when a group of women come together and when bikes are involved, it's a very powerful thing, and they don't need to explain anything. They just watch the race. It speaks for itself. It's incredible.
Have you heard from Addison at all? I know you guys are friends.
Jackson,
Yeah.
we chat. Yeah, we chatted yesterday. She said that it's been hard. It's been harder than she thought it would be. Yeah.
That's so interesting. That's no doubt you saw the bridge she tried to make.
Yeah, what a
That
queen.
was,
It's like, yes, girl.
That was insane. And you can't help. There's so much to talk about, yeah. Tactically, one of the things that make women's cycling interesting for me is road, although road is, Teddy in particular has rewritten the playbook in terms of how a road race unfolds, particularly at a stage level.
Just in a league of his own. I mean, come on.
Like, they're racing differently to how they used to race, and it's for the better. Female elites, the level of racing, it's still in its infancy. So there isn't necessarily a playbook. It's like being defined. We're watching it define itself. So there is a massive air of unpredictability. I mean, you talk about yesterday's stage as a prime example. Addison needing to chase back that gap. Like, you think to yourself, imagine you just went. There's been so many moments where you're like, what if the brake worked together? What if, there's so many different tactical things that will, and you just got no clue what's going to happen, which makes it very exciting to watch. And I'd love to hear from the ladies inside there, like how much of the stuff is planned, how much of it is we didn't see that coming. I'd love to hear from the DSs how much of it's, because it's fascinating watching.
Yeah.
But in terms of performances, one thing I do want to mention, Weebs.
Power.
What is happening there? We're talking like multiple bike lengths,
Yeah.
Gap difference.
Yeah. No,
Is that expected?
Yes. I mean, I think you ask any girl in the peloton, like if Weebus is there and it's a sprint, unless something goes very wrong for her, she's going to win.
Power.
She's proper power. Yeah.
Dominant.
Yeah.
Which is flipping cool to watch. The sprints have been clean, really good to watch. But man, they are really fighting for second. That was insane.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still a long race. And I mean, this race is going to be extra exciting. Today's is the time trial. That's going to be quite a defining moment. And then stage 7 with Mont-Ventoux, that's going to be iconic. I mean, the first time the girls are doing it, it's going to be what's going to define the race. And I think that's where, it's all going to really go down. But also my money's on Kim, obviously, our local girl.
I was going to say, please tell me. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
She's up there.
She's an absolute force.
Yeah.
And it's really cool to see.
We've got a proper home favorite to be rooting for, which is nice.
Yeah.
I find it quite interesting. Maybe this is just my own ignorance. Maybe I'm tapped out of other channels, but she's extremely under the radar and quiet throughout the year. There's not many Kim headlines throughout the year. This is like a proper A race, it would appear. I don't have her on WhatsApp, so I can't check with her. But it feels like she's almost similar to Jonas's approach in the past, where it's like you don't really hear about him doing too many other things. Teddy's just like racing every fucking classic there is and winning everything all the time.
Just because he can.
Jonas is like, you don't really hear about him. He's doing his thing, like, I'm there to win Tour de France. It feels like Kim has a similar approach. She's like, this is her A race. You don't see too many headlines and she rocks up and it's just like, wow.
Yeah. Well, if that's her game plan and that's her the race that she goes for, I mean, I can see why.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's doing a pretty good job of it. It's working for her.
Yeah, she
did have some injuries though, so yeah.
How long ago? Recent?
Yep. Yeah. So it's even more impressive.
Public knowledge stuff, or?
Like her hand. There were some issues with her hand from the fall that she had with crash. It was a pretty public crash.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just the hand, or the other related things, or?
Just the hand that I know of. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's hampered Teddy a few years back.
Any injury is going to you're going to get a set.
Body's going to.
Of course, yeah.
Would you say she's a favorite?
Kim?
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Out and out?
Out and out. It's got nothing to do about being a South African. She's competes on a international level. She's right up there with the best of the best. Yeah.
Who's her biggest rival? Who's her biggest threat?
I think I would say Demi, Cassia. Those three are the top.
That's where you want to focus your attention to see.
Yeah, I would imagine.
And team dynamics, I find very interesting. I feel like there's room for improvement dramatically. It's quite interesting to see who was I watching that was talking about UAE's team. There's a lady there that, by all measures, should be riding for some wins, and she's like, no, you are there entirely to work for the A and B rider, and based on form shouldn't be. A lot of that.
Which lady?
Oh,
Do you remember her name?
Bug me now, and I'll tell you right now. It's not I was watching, this is why I enjoy the trainer. I catch up on so much. I'll tell you in a moment. But so we talk about weebs being like, it's unlikely that you're going to beat her going into a sprint. Why go to a sprint then? Where's the break 2, 3, 4, 5Ks out? Why are teams almost...
I think they did.
You're taking her to the line that she's going to absolutely rinse you in. Like, is there a part of you that thinks, from a competitive standpoint, tactically you could make this a bit tougher for her? Or is her team equally as good at shutting those down? Just wondering if you've observed it.
I think they are equally as good at shutting it down, and Weebers can hold her own. Nothing has happened so far course-wise that would shake her off. What has been actually interesting is Pauline's been dropped a few times.
I see that.
So
And they're allowed to come back to get the bonus seconds. So there was the 30K to go mark, there was the King of the Mountains gate, and then there was the bonus second gate.
Yeah.
And after the King of the Mountains, they kind of like stopped and let her come back, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
I would have imagined they'd look back and I thought, let's put a gap into it. Unless maybe they feel she's not a threat. They've got a sense of this isn't her. She doesn't have the legs this time around. No?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
Underestimate Pauline at your peril, I think. I don't think so.
I just thought it was interesting because that was, she came back.
Yeah.
Is it this one? Yeah. Lantern Rouge. Do you follow Lantern Rouge at all on YouTube? Man, his post-race coverage is just phenomenal.
Worth a watch.
Yeah, he's, if you can't get to watching a stage, as we often can't, Paula Blassie.
Okay.
So I'll be honest, I didn't know Paula Blassie. So GCN are a bit dramatic in saying that it's a controversy.
Okay.
So I'll put the link up, but that's her there.
Is she the best young
Just
rider?
had so much form coming in, like loads of there's this, who do you think, based on historic data, your A rider should be? And then there's based on form, who's performing at the moment.
Yeah.
And it appears that the decision here is we're going to back the horse. And this is what I love. Ayuso could take a page out of this book. I respect the team's decision. These are riders worth riding for. I'm all in. Happy to do my job. Extremely, extremely professional.
Yeah.
I really like that. And that's all these sub little plots and narratives. And like, I don't know all of the men in the male peloton.
So much, and there'll be so much of that in the men's
But I'm
as
like
well.
Paula Blassie for life now. Like I will now, that name will be there forever. And it's like, I hope she shows everyone.
Yeah. Because she's a team player and her time will come. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Very cool. Yeah.
this is good to see. Yesterday's stage was brutal. That elevation profile is just like boom, right up at the start. You mentioned moments ago that it was a good example of how unpredictable and exciting the racing can be. Before that stage, what would your hunch have said that was going to play out like? Did you cast your mind to that at all? Did you think about it?
I really it is really an open playing field. Like anything can happen. Anything can happen. So I really don't have, you have your normal predictions of like what who could win the stage, but like, as you saw, nobody saw that coming. Yeah.
Huge gaps, huge signs of individual strength, and a lack of willingness and cohesion for people to bring riders back, which is, for me, I love a breakaway, as you can guess. I want to see a breakaway go the distance. I want to see take this as I mean it, I want to see the peloton punished for not reacting decisively enough when someone's up the road.
Yeah.
And that's only going to take, you see how strong these individual efforts are. That headwind yesterday was ridiculous. Lotte Kopecky got to 9 seconds, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, she was chased by Lotte. Exactly.
Like completely they both did, but Lotte worse.
First, yeah.
Which loved to see that. You can't help thinking, imagine 3 or 4 of them banded together and said, you know what, Kim's the favorite. There's no chance. Let's go. Flip side of that coin, that stage, I'm like, Kim, go absolutely slaughter these people. Like, make them hurt. Make every one of those climbs as hard as possible and just keep it away.
Yeah.
Because that goes.
Well, that's the beauty of a breakaway. It can be absolutely heartbreaking, like heart-wrenching when they don't make it, or
That's a beautiful thing.
yeah, when they do make it.
Yesterday's break went from 80 odd.
80. She was 80 kilometers on her own solo. I mean,
that's Teddy breaks headlines when he does that. The world goes nuts. It's like finally exciting racing.
Yeah.
There it is. It's amazing. I don't know how old she is, but she looked really young, and I love how surprised she was at herself. She was like, I'm expecting her to catch me. If you listen to that post-race interview, like, I was even thinking maybe I should just drop back and like work with her. Second would still be nice.
I didn't hear that. Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay.
That's what she said. One of her thoughts was I should just drop back and ride with her, because second would still be a good achievement. No, girl. You go win the whole flipping thing and get a yellow jersey. By a minute and a half, and then to the rest of the group, 2:12, give or take.
Yeah, she's got a nice time gap, so it'll be interesting to see what happens today in the time trial.
Prediction, hope for the win. I mean, Kim is obvious for me.
Yeah.
I'd really like to see her win.
Who are the time trial specialists? Rusa, probably. But yeah, Kim would be my favorite. Alison, come on. What a queen. And Puck, I really like Puck. Puck is such an aggressive rider, and I really adore her. She's one of my favorites.
Do you think she's keeping the powder dry and saving herself for something in particular?
No, I think Puck is quite an aggressive rider, and anything can happen with her. Yeah.
What is, Alison better than anyone, what is the most she can get out of this whole race? I don't know her well enough to know, like, if it was Carapaz, like, the most you can get out of this thing is most combative and polka dots. Like, that's the best you can get. If you, what's his name? I was really upset with him this last tour. Biniam, like, bring home the green jersey. Like, we're never going to win yellow. You know what I'm saying? What is?
We're Team Biniam.
Always. I'm a nationalist. I love our country, and beyond that, our continent. Like, I just want us to rise to the rest of the world.
I don't want to speak out of turn for Alison, but I mean, I know that she would have loved to get into a couple of breakaways. That was definitely the goal. And you can never counter out as well. I've never met someone, her mind is extraordinary. Like, and when you have a way of thinking that never counter out. So, yeah, anything can happen in a bike race. Yeah, nobody lines up to lose. Let's just put it that way. Nobody,
And there's enough talent there.
There's enough talent there. She's with a new team. Her role in the team is also, I mean, there are a lot of young riders, so there's a lot to still learn over there. And she's helping to teach them her ways, and there's a lot that she can teach them. Yeah.
Excited to see that unfold. She is a fan favorite. I think for a lot of people, whether you're behind the team or not, or the nationality, she's just a she does know how to garner some attention and good vibes.
Yeah.
And now knowing the connection, she's like my de facto, if it's not Kim, she must win.
Alison,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the, you're part of the South African family now, so you can't come here and rock up at Gravenburn and be such a vibe and like not expect South Africans to just rally behind you. So
Yeah.
I'm really hoping she does well.
Yeah, it'll be cool. And yeah, she's an incredible human on and off the bike. And yeah, bring your Halloween costume for Gravelburn. That's
I don't have one. Oh,
yeah, get one.
is she a
Yeah,
she
she's
aggressive
big,
with the
big on
outfits?
Halloween,
Okay.
big on the after party. Make sure that you
There's pressure. I wasn't
got some
expecting.
dance moves ready.
Those I do not have. But
It's okay.
I will.
You can just go with the flow.
I
Yeah.
will add dance classes to my
Yes.
Road to Gravelburn
Yes.
checklist.
Do it. Yeah.
And
do it.
if you
Yeah.
have any Halloween suggestions, or if you're a Halloween,
I'll send you the
outfitter,
memo. I'll send you the memo. We haven't decided yet, actually,
Okay.
what we're going as, but
This
it's
is an event thing.
happening.
This is you guys just you're gonna create your own.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are the party.
I mean, I'm not one to say no.
Done.
That's pretty much our breakaway, Janita. Thank you for coming and
Yeah,
sitting in.
such a pleasure. Thank you
It
for having me.
is a chair that is available to you whenever you are keen. You will be able to see Janita's nutrition advice in our Road to Gravelburn episode, also coming out this week. Should be on Sunday. Reichardt, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. We will be breaking down your personal advice on having done the event. You know, the factors that play into something like that. Quite simply, how do you feel? What are the suggestions? And then we are going to do some product-specific stuff. I mean, most people are aligned to specific brands. So like what sachet, high fructose, high energy, the caffeine, not the caffeine, this gel, that packet, whatever the case is. So look out for that as well. And just thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me,
I
Dave.
do appreciate it.
Yeah, it's been a vibe.
Thank you.